Most people think awakening is some dramatic moment, a flash, a breakthrough, a sudden shift where everything finally makes sense. But what if the real sign of awakening is much quieter than that? What if it's not something you feel, but something you slowly become? Have you ever noticed that you don't react the way you used to? Same situations, same people, same triggers, but something inside you just doesn't move the same way anymore. That's where this begins, because what many call the Sophia Stage isn't about gaining something new. It's about becoming so internally clear that you no longer lose yourself in what used to control you. And the truth is, if you've reached this stage, you probably didn't even notice the exact moment it happened. It didn't arrive loudly. It arrived through change. The first sign is something most people misunderstand. It's emotional stability, but not the kind that comes from suppressing feelings. It's the kind that comes from understanding them. Before, your emotions may have felt overwhelming, like waves pulling you under. You reacted quickly, you felt everything deeply, but without control. Now, you still feel deeply, but there's space between the feeling and your response. You pause, you observe, you choose. It's not that life got easier, it's that you stopped being ruled by every emotional current that passed through you. That quiet control, that's not numbness, that's awareness. And awareness changes everything. The second sign is even more subtle. You stop needing validation. Not because you don't care about people, but because your sense of self no longer depends on their approval. Think about it. There was a time when someone's opinion could shape your entire mood. A single comment could stay in your mind for hours, maybe days. Now, you listen, you consider, but you don't absorb everything. You've built something internal that filters what matters and what doesn't. You no longer chase being understood by everyone, because you understand yourself. And once that connection is real, the need for constant external reassurance starts to fade. Not completely, but enough that it no longer controls your decisions. The third sign is where things really shift. You begin to see people clearly. Not who you hope they are, not who they pretend to be, but who they actually are. And this can feel uncomfortable at first, because clarity removes illusion. You start noticing patterns, inconsistencies, energy that doesn't match words. And instead of explaining it away like you used to, you accept it, quietly, without needing to confront everything, without needing to fix everyone. You simply adjust your distance. This is where many people think you've changed. They might say you've become distant, colder, different. But what's really happening is this. You've stopped abandoning yourself just to stay connected to others. And that's not loss, that's alignment. The fourth sign is something that feels almost strange when it first happens. You become comfortable being alone. Not in a lonely way, in a peaceful way. There's a difference. Before, silence may have felt uncomfortable, like something was missing, like you needed distraction, conversation, noise. Now, silence feels full. You can sit with your own thoughts without needing to escape them. You can spend time alone without feeling like you're lacking something, because you're no longer running from yourself. You've met yourself. And once that connection is real, being alone stops feeling like isolation. It starts feeling like home. And the final sign is the most powerful one. You stop trying to control everything. Not because you've given up, but because you've understood something deeper. You realize that not everything is yours to fix, change, or carry. You let people make their own choices. You let outcomes unfold without forcing them. You still take action, you still care, you still show up, but without that constant internal pressure to make everything go a certain way. There's a calm trust that replaces control, a kind of inner steadiness.
And this is where the transformation becomes complete. Because the person you used to be, the one who reacted quickly, overgave, overthought, and tried to hold everything together, that version of you hasn't disappeared. It's evolved into someone who still feels deeply, but stands firmly. Someone who still cares, but chooses wisely. Someone who still lives in the same world, but no longer gets lost in it. And that's the truth most people don't realize about awakening. It's not about becoming someone new. It's about finally becoming someone real. So if you've been feeling this shift, if you've noticed yourself pulling back from chaos, choosing peace, and responding differently to life, you're not losing yourself. You're finding the version of you that was always there, just waiting for you to become aware enough to live as them.